way. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in the one-horse sleigh.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kayla, also known as KC, and we are going to be doing my eyebrows today. Eyebrows are pretty much a whole video themselves. So in this tutorial, I'm going to be using Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow pomade. This is, I believe, like $20 in Sephora, and I know it's not a lot of product, but like it goes a long freaking way. Like I've had this since August and I'm not even close to being out of it. Using some concealer, I'm gonna put on some primer, and I have a beauty blender to blend. And I got this off of Amazon. It's literally just like a spoolie on the end and an angled brush on the other end to put on my concealer. I have this round brush. Okay, so I'm just gonna brush through my eyebrows, making them all go the same direction. And I'm gonna take some pomade, and I just outline it. Basically, I outline the top and the bottom, but not all the way towards the front yet. And I just fill it in. And I fill it in, but make sure that your tail is the darkest part of your eyebrow. I take this and I'm going to shave around the part that I filled in, because now I know that this is the absolute shape that I want my eyebrow to be in. So I go around it. I even go in the middle. Sometimes there'll be hairs creeping around there, and I just make sure I get all those excess hairs. To be honest, since I'm doing concealer, I don't make sure that it's too perfect, but if you don't like concealer, you definitely should take your time with this. But I definitely just outline them, and then for the front part, I do a line underneath, because you don't want to put a lot of the product towards the front. You always want to put more of it to the back, because then you don't want to have like block brows over here looking like an angry bird. Unless you have a scenario like me, where on this eyebrow, I like to make hairs at the beginning of it. So I take just a little bit at the front of my eyebrow, and I just lightly tap it and go upwards. If you can see. Yeah. Now I'm just gonna do the other brow. So I'm gonna take my concealer, I'm gonna take my flat brush, and I'm gonna get some at the top of it. But some people underline it with concealer and then they overline it with foundation. But I like to put concealer on the top and bottom. And if you go too far with the concealer, you can just go back in with your pomade or eyebrow stick, whatever you use for your eyebrows. I just like pomade because I feel like I'm more free. You can use a beauty blender, or you can just use, I just use this eyeshadow. I don't know why I chose an eyeshadow brush, but I just needed a brush that can blend, and I just blend this out. So now I'm gonna do the eyebrow. And it takes some practice because everyone has different eyebrow shapes, but getting that arc right is probably the hardest thing you will ever do in makeup. Be in the middle of your day and then you peep like your eyebrows are not matching whatsoever. I feel like you can get away with your eyebrows not being perfect as long as the front of your eyebrow is the same width. Like if one is like here and one is like here, then that's a problem. I feel like if you get the front part of your eyebrow to match the size, then you could pull off any art. What I've learned to do when you're concealer, go like this and don't go straight, because then your eyebrows will look straight unless that's the look you're going for. I remember I used to be like, why do my eyebrows look like man eyebrows? Because they were so straight. But now I know that you gotta, you know, go upwards, because that's just kind of how eyebrows look for females. But you know, some people rock the straight eyebrows. I ain't mad. It just don't fit my face personally. People usually use like eyebrow gel to keep their eyebrows and hairs in place, because mine's, I don't know, my eyebrows be acting curly sometimes. So I just take Got2b glue, random glue that I don't use, and I take it, the gel, and I don't put it all over my eyebrow. I used to put it all over my eyebrow, and what used to happen was my whole eyebrow would be shiny. I don't want that. So I'm just gonna put some on the end, because that's where my hairs are most wild. And I don't put on a lot, but I just put them all in place. After I finish everything in my eyebrows, I take a highlighter. It's just random highlighter. I use my finger because I don't want it to be too dramatic. I just put it in the brow bone area of the eyebrow. And you see how it's shiny, and I just blend it out. You can use a brush with this if you want it to be more intense, but I want it to be more natural. So now it's like a little glow to your brow bone. I don't know, it looks really cute to me. Thank you guys so much for watching my eyebrow tutorial. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you guys use my tips and it works for you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.